Good morning. Mackenzie Johnston with Tri-State Livestock News, bringing you your Thursday morning headlines concerning fair cattle markets. Sponsored by Sandhills Beef Company of Mullen, Nebraska. Eat like a rancher. America First means buying directly from the producer. Be the change. To learn about everything Sandhills Beef Company has to offer, be sure to head on over to their website, sandhillsbeefco.com. According to the cattle range, in February of 2013, fed cattle were trading at $125 per hundredweight, and the choice box beef cutout was at $182.56 per hundredweight. This week, we've seen the choice box beef cutout reach $240 per hundredweight. It's actually traded above that, and cash prices paid to cattle feeders are right around $114 per hundredweight. So back on February 1st of 2013, as I'm sure you all remember, Cargill idled its Plainview, Texas beef processing facility, claiming that tight cattle supplies resulting from years of drought in Texas and southern plains states caused the closure. Cargill said in a statement that increased feed costs resulting from the prolonged drought combined with herd liquidations by cattle ranchers severely and adversely contributed to their challenging business conditions that they were facing. When the closure happened, Len Steiner and Steve Meyer with CME Group Daily Livestock Report explained exactly why it happened. Packers can live with slightly tighter margins when slaughter totals are large, but need higher margins when the numbers are tight, according to Steiner and Meyer. Leading up to 2013, Packer margins were less than ideal. Beef packer margins were below the 2007-2011 average for almost all of 2012 and were far below those historical levels in the first quarter of 2012. From August 2012 going forward, beef margins were lower than the 5-year average every week except for 3 weeks. From the beginning of 2013 till when the plant closed, beef margins were lower than the 5-year average every week. Net beef margins since August 2012 to February 2013 were deep in the red, said Steiner and Meyer. Coupled with prospects of lower cattle numbers through the rest of 2013, Cargill made the decision to close its Plainview, Texas plant. So when you look at the markets today and what we're dealing with, as I stated earlier, choice box beef is trading over $240 per hundredweight, and fed cattle are right around $114 per hundredweight. So why, compared to 2013, is the price of fed cattle 10% lower when beef is 25% higher? I'm sure when asked that question, a lot of you out there just answered it. So since Cargill closed its plant back in 2013, beef processing capacity has not seen any substantial increase, while the U.S. cow herd has increased by 2 million head. Today, packers are running at full capacity and have found themselves in an extremely profitable environment since they are able to restrict the amount of beef available to consumers and force cattle feeders to compete for the limited slaughter availability by bidding against each other to sell their cattle at the lowest price. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is our cattle industry in a nutshell. National Beef Wire has reported that during NCBA's virtual winter reboot conference, NCBA CEO Colin Woodall and NCBA Vice President of Government Affairs Ethan Lane discussed the organization's priority issues in Washington, D.C. and the state of the cattle industry. Lane and Woodall talked about the availability of USDA programs to assist farmers and ranchers who have been impacted by the frigid cold this month. They also touched on the impact that COVID-19 has had on the markets and the work that NCBA is doing to deliver opportunities for increased profitability while also ensuring a steady food supply chain. The two NCBA leaders went on to share the many wins that the NCBA policy team has had, such as ensuring the beef industry is eligible for pandemic relief programs. According to Lane, NCBA has a robust relationship with senior level leadership across various agencies in DC, and those agencies are ready to listen to NCBA's viewpoint. NCBA continues to ensure the beef industry's success, stated Woodall. The cattle organization is doing what they do best, and that is being the most effective advocate for cattlemen and women in Washington, D.C. National Beef Wire has also reported that Pilgrim's Pride has pleaded guilty to fixing prices and rigging bids for broiler chicken products, and will pay approximately $107 million in criminal fines, according to the Department of Justice. From 2012 through at least 2017, Pilgrims took part in a conspiracy to suppress and eliminate competition for sales of broiler chicken products here in the United States. These actions affected at least $361 million in Pilgrims' sales of broiler chicken products, according to the plea agreement entered in the U.S. District Court in Denver. Pilgrims is the first company to plead guilty for its role in a conspiracy to fix prices and rig bids for broiler chicken products. Thus far, 10 executives and employees working for major broiler chicken producers have been charged, and the investigation remains ongoing. That is all I have for news for you guys this morning. I hope everyone's week is rolling right along. I hope you're enjoying this gorgeous weather. Have yourself a tremendous Thursday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.